Well, you heard about the betting pool, right?
No, what are you talking about?
Choosing, just what you want is not necessarily freedom.
I didn't tell you about this.
No.
There's a pool in Sharon. A bunch of couples were betting on it. How many people would get divorced as a result of our show?
As a result of our show?
Yeah, like Valerie, me, you, Simcha, we all get divorced because the show is so horrible.
Is it so horrible?
Yeah.
Why? I don't know.
People are crazy.
I don't know if I've met people who have very little that are really happy.
I call the shit. What the heck? You're my soulmate, and I like your paycheck.
Yes, I flirt with my friend's wife, but I would never film a television show with her. That's crazy.
You say I'm still gorgeous, and I know maybe why. It must be that you want to lie. You're my soulmate.
So what makes you the most happy, like realistically, like not just like stuff you said?
It's mainly just the whole gratitude, like feeling as much one with the universe as possible.
That's insane.
Thank
You don't have to be
that.
spiritual and believe in God
Yes,
and believe
you
in the
do.
oneness of the universe to be happy.
I
Absolutely
don't
not.
know. Just had an amazing Pesach with my family, and we had such an interesting conversation about how God gives us this world as a gift to become something.
People always talk about being spiritual. To me, I think spirituality is like smoking dope and singing Kumbaya in front of a campfire. That, to me, is like, that's what people think spirituality is. There's more to it than just being a hippie.
And God, basically, I don't understand how and why at all, but basically he did this for us and for himself so that he'd have somebody to talk to, somebody to relate to, somebody to love.
People go to, like, Israel.
Yeah.
And no one in particular, of course, but people go to Israel and they come back and they're like, oh, I didn't really, do anything religious, and I didn't make it to the kotel, but I'm really spiritual now. And they feel like, oh, now I've succeeded and now I'm connected with the oneness of the universe. And I'm a cynic, I know, but it just seems, it's just so easy to say, oh, I'm spiritual. What does that mean? Tell me what it means in real terms.
If it doesn't.
Just the idea that sometimes you need to separate in order to become.
I couldn't tell you how many Jews I know that don't really think about any of these things. They just make brachas and go to shul, and then they feel like, and they are, I shouldn't say they're not, they're dedicated, Orthodox religious people, but it has nothing to do with spirituality or believing in anything. It just has to do with, like, rules. People like having regiments and having guidelines.
Ritual.
Things go smoothly, I like you saw I have lists. FedEx, mail, cards. I like keeping track of what needs to happen. Pictures from house.
The structure that we need in our lives doesn't necessarily provide us with happiness. It doesn't make me happy to know that I have to get up in the morning and I have to get to the train on time, otherwise I'm going to be late to work.
FedEx addresses is done, mail cards is done, pictures and house is done, mail gift is done. Awesome.
A friend told me that happiness isn't really all that it's about. The greatest feeling of happiness for me is the feeling of being in love.
When you love someone, you rejoice in their being.
Being in love makes me happy.
I love building and fixing things. Like when my brother and I put in a hardwood floor in my kitchen, which we went 24 hours straight, from 8 in the morning till 8 in the morning. It was total insanity. We were just going out of our minds, getting angry at everything, throwing things, breaking things, but it got done, and when we did it, I just sit there and I could just stare at my floor.
Right here, right here, right here, right here.
The act of creating makes me so, so happy. Just made me have the desire to create more and more and more. So is it possible for me to be happy when I desire so much more? Oh, and it's okay to be happy.
It really is.
It's good to be happy. Yeah.
When you're feeling a happiness and a joy in this moment, and you extend it just a bit, that joy is what's bringing the next place that we're all going to go closer.
Oh, that's so interesting to think about.
Yeah.
To some people, happiness means marriage and kids. To some, it's owning a house. To others, it's sex and drugs. There's a common belief that if something brings someone else happiness, it must do the same for us. But we gain that thing and then it's on to the next, an endless cycle of sacrificing our now in the name of the pursuit. Maybe achieving happiness is less complicated than we realize. Perhaps it's as simple as having the courage to tune out everyone else's opinions entirely. After all, if happiness is a state experienced by the individual alone, and no two individuals are exactly alike, how will we ever be happy if we try to live up to anyone's definition but our own?
Are you happy?
Yep.
How do you show that you're happy?
I know that some things that I did made me very unhappy. Because I'm clean, I'm starting to feel things again for the first time in my life. Life without anything is a very intense experience. When I stop and I think about my real situation, I get real for a minute, I can't help but cry. I've had it all and I lost it all and I could have it again and I don't want it. Happiness cannot be purchased. Happiness is not something that you can get.
What makes you happy?
Chocolate.
Chocolate.
Euphoria.
Candy.
A deep body massage.
Multiple orgasms.
My mom.
Pure desire and atheism.
Getting home from work and watching TV.
Knowing someone's always there for you and having a best friend.
Relaxing.
Music.
The gym.
Steak.
Coffee.
Makes me happy.
Woo!
Makes me happy right here.
He makes me happy.
People are nuts. That's basically the bottom line. People are nuts. What did you say?
Can't wait to find you. What's it gonna take to make you see? What's it gonna take for you to believe me that I'm deep inside the pocket?